guys, it's YOU WACK, and I'm so excited to be making this video because for the first time in a while, we are going to be ranking all of the season skins in Overwatch 2, this time around Season 10. Now, this is the first season in a while where I can confidently say that I like a majority of the skins. I love the theme with talent Overwatch heroes swapping places, and even some of the Omnic heroes joining the null sector. So that's why ranking some of these skins were pretty difficult, but I want you to comment down below what your favorite skin was that released this season, even if it hasn't been released yet, which there's still a handful of these that haven't been released in the shop yet. But without further ado, let's finally get started with the 29th best skin, and dead last, it is another Sojourn skin. Man, Sojourn has some of the worst skins in the whole entire game. They just can't seem to get her right. Honestly, it just looks like a bootleg Houston Outlaw skin with the main color being black and the accent colors being green. Really, the only difference between this and the Houston Outlaw skin is the mask and the gray stripe in her hair. Besides that, it's a boring skin, and for a hero that desperately needs some good skins, this was just another miss of a skin. Now here's a skin that you might have missed, because this is a skin I even missed because it's an Overwatch Champion Series skin, which I don't know what Monarch Venture has to do with the new Overwatch esports. Now luckily they are getting a skin released in Season 10, which is also going to be ranked in this video, where it actually looks like an epic skin, but this, for the first time ever, is a rare skin that is going to be probably sold in a bundle. I don't know, it's a very confusing skin, especially for a hero that doesn't even have a epic skin, not even legendary, an epic skin that you can equip. This is just a wild set of events for Venture's Cosmetics. And here's another confusing skin that released in Season 10. This is Orisa's OR unit skin. I always call it the OR 15 skin because, well, it looks exactly like the other OR skin that she got in the very first archives of it. Maybe it was the second one. The only difference here is that they have her Overwatch 2 hair, and it's slightly recolored. Now, luckily, this was a giveaway skin if you completed the Mirror Watch game mode. For a free skin that was part of a challenge of an event, that the skin makes sense. It's not that bad of a skin. It's just, it's already an existing skin that's just basically recolored. And you guys know how I feel about recolor. I don't really care for them, but if it's for a cool skin, then I don't mind it. This is not a cool skin. This is just Null Sector's version of Orisa's skin, but I do like the theming of it, but once again, it's just not that cool of a skin. I'm usually a huge fan of Widow skins, even recolored Widow skins, but Blizzard, what did you do to my girl? Saint Tropez is the recolor of her original Summer Game skin, an iconic skin, a fan favorite skin because it has a classy, sexy look of Widowmaker where she's just out lounging in the sun. But with this skin, they literally left her out in the sun for too long. She got a sunburn. But I think the thing that's throwing me off most with the skin is the blonde hair. It is just way too bright with the hair and the skin, and even the colors. If they change it to blue skin and maybe dark hair, maybe it'd be fine, but with this, you know what, let's just get all the recolors out of the way. At the 25th spot is going to be Ana's recolored sniper skin called Stakeout. This makes sense. It's a fine recolor because here they're not just swapping color palettes, they're at least changing the armor that she has to like camo. I feel like Ana has a very colorful personality, and while I understand it fits the character of her, which is a sniper, I don't know, I like the more colorful, weird skins that Ana gets because she's very unique in that sense. A sniper grandma that can wear a pirate outfit. I'm not saying I don't like this skin compared to the other ones that I looked at. In fact, every skin after this I actually really like, but recolors just aren't my vibe. Look, maybe it's just a Doomfist hater coming out of me, ranking Strike Commander Doomfist at the 24th spot, but I even feel like Doomfist mates can agree that this is not his best skin. I won't lie and say that's a terrible skin because, well, a lot of these uniform skins, like, what can they really do? You're obviously gonna make the uniforms of the Overwatch heroes be blue and white and more reserve and more army inspired. You can obviously see that with the hats, and that's what they did. But beyond that, there's really nothing else special about the skin. I guess the voice lines are the special part about it, but all the heroes that got legendary skins got different voice lines and different tones in their voice. But when it comes to Doomfist, I feel like you really got to go all out with the fist. And the only thing that they did was give him a little Overwatch logo, or at least hologram, on the side. Other than that, nothing too special about it, which is why it ranks so low. Now coming in the next spot is going to be our very first Talon Overwatch hero, and this is going to be the epic skin, Talon Zarya. Really? You couldn't figure out a unique name for Zarya? I think the reason why I didn't really like the Doomfist skin is because it kind of reminded me of an epic skin with how little detail there was, because when you look at Talon Zarya, they did a lot more, or at least in my opinion, a lot more with her, because they changed the hairstyle and the color. They also changed her makeup and just changed her whole entire armor set, which is kind of similar to Doomfist. And maybe it's because Doomfist has unique voice lines and that's why it's a legendary skin. But with Zarya, this is a pretty decent one. And in the case of Zarya, decent means really good, because Zarya just lacks any kind of skin, because she's one of the few heroes that has yet to get a legendary shop skin. At the 22nd spot, we have another epic Talon skin, which shares a similar vibe to Zarya, which is Talon Brigida. I think my favorite part about this skin are the evil red eyes. I mean, I know that's cliche to make someone look evil, but what can you really do with an epic Talon Brigida skin? Well, you can also make the cat armor have red fur as well, which I think is a nice, cute little touch. But other than that, it's just a Talon color palette splashed all throughout her armor. Nothing really special. A lot of these skins aren't really all that special, but they look cool. I mean, they're uniform skins. You can't really expect flashiness when it comes to Talon in Overwatch. Speaking of flashy skins, coming in next is gonna be our first flashy skin with Retro Future Echo. Echo already looks like she's straight out of the Jetsons, but they solidified her spot in the show by making her headphones look like they're from a 1960s cartoon that's supposed to depict the future. They made it red, they changed her colors to match that 60 vibes with the teal and orange, and it just looks like a pretty skin, and my headphones are about to fall off. Echo always has beautiful skins, and this one is no exception. It's simple, it's nice, it's clean, it's futuristic. Here's a skin that I don't know why it wasn't released on day one, but also in the battle pass, because Ice Cream Venture would have been the perfect epic skin to include in the battle pass. I remember when Venture was about to release and people kept asking me, well, what do you think Venture skins are gonna look like? And I'm gonna be honest, I still don't even know what they could do when it comes to Venture skins, because they just kind of have a silhouette that, I don't know, I feel like they can't have a lot of fun with. You have that big giant drill that you have to think about, but at least here they made her drill a waffle cone with a strawberry swirl vanilla at the tip of it. That's just so adorable. And then Venture, of course, looks all snazzy with their little ice cream parlor outfit with the strawberry logo. I don't know if you noticed in the back, but instead of like a pickaxe or whatever, it's an ice cream scooper. Like, see, this is an epic skin that I just absolutely adore, because there's so many different accessories to it, but it's distinct enough from like their classic skin that you would want to spend money on it. So please, Blizzard, let me spend money on it! 19th spot is a Zenyatta skin that I actually like, but compared to other Zenyatta skins, I didn't really care for that much, and this is Zen Destroyer, his Null Sector skin. I know with Mirror Watch, it was mainly about Talon heroes becoming Overwatch and Overwatch becoming Talon, but Null Sector is also a prominent organization, and I really liked how all the Omnics, or at least Zenyatta and Orisa, got some sort of Null Sector skin. I don't know why Echo didn't get one, but with Zenyatta, they made his armor very pointy and sharp to give this idea that, like, hey, this is an evil Omnic, you don't want to come and cuddle him, even though Zenyatta, he'll probably still try to cuddle with you, but if he's wearing this skin, he'll stab you in your sleep. I really like the single eye right there, getting rid of the iconic 2 eyes and then 9 dots on his forehead. It's just a really unique take on what an evil Zenyatta robot would look like. I think it looks great. It's just, once again, very simple, which is typical with uniform skins. Before you say I'm just being a typical Hanzo hater, which, what do you come to expect? Of course I'm gonna rank Hanzo's Hashimoto skin low if it looks terrible. I wanna point out something, because Hashimoto, the mask, it looks great because that is the evil Hashimoto wolf mask that you would come to find from Hashimoto. But beyond the wolf mask, what's different about it, huh? What is different that makes this a legendary skin? Because besides the colors, he's wearing the exact same outfit that he wears in his classic skin. Same robe, same belt, same armored legs. Like, it's the exact same. Oh, it's his tattoo. He has a wolf instead of a dragon. F the tattoo! If I'm spending $19, I want more than a tattoo that I can't even really see. I want a little bit more flair with the clothes, and the clothes just aren't doing it. Now, earlier this week, we got the long anticipated Porsche and Overwatch collab, and ranking in the 17th spot is gonna be our first Porsche skin with Pharah. Now, I think a lot of people really love the d.va skin because they actually did a lot with it, but it's because d.va has so much that you can play around it. You have d.va herself, you have the mech, you have her clothes, but with Pharah, you can't really do a lot because you have to make it look like a car, which is already hard enough, but then Pharah has such distinct armor that you somehow got design around it, and boy did they ever. But the problem here is that they made her look more like a motorcycle rather than an electric car. And you know what's funny is that Farah runs on rocket fuel, you know, fuel, the stuff that burns a hole in the ozone, which is the reason why Porsche made an electric car to begin with. I mean, at least she looks like a motor vehicle at the end of the day. And what I love most about both of these skins is the dash cam that you can see on both of the guns. And in Farah's, it's a lot bigger, so you can have a much bigger dash cam, which is a nice little touch. It's really why I love these skins the most, is because, well, they didn't just stop with the skin, but also the gun too, which I always love with skins. There's a skin that you might have missed because there's a handful of skins that released with the mid-season update, and Haunted Ash, aka Haunted Bob with the skull face, was one of them. They have this prominent green ghoul glow seen throughout Ash and Bob, and the skin and the eyes and the face, even on Bob's jacket with the skull. That's such a cool little touch that I don't think is on the rest of the skins that they have. And y'all know me, I love whenever they change the colors of the eyes, but especially when they make them glow. And both Bob and Ash have glowing ghoul eyes, but then Ash herself has this mask that almost makes it look like she's missing her mouth, and especially equipped with the gold camo just really makes that gold pop and complements each other well. Like, I really can't wait for this skin to come out. Now, I know lots of people love to call me a hater ranking some of these skins, but I've seen so many people hate on Sombra's Agent Calamar skin that I just want to call y'all out, because I think you just don't like Sombra's hairstyle. In her very first talent skin, people were hating on their haircut because, oh, it looked weird, it looked like a bowl cut. Boy, that was my haircut in middle school. All right, stop making fun of it, because it made me look bad. But then that same hate came back here with the black overcomb look with the silver streak in the hair. I'll get it. I like the style here. It's another uniform skin with the main color being blue, the Overwatch logo on the side, but also the thing, I don't know what you would call this in her hair, but that is orange. That was a nice little change of color as well. Again, very simple change, but I like it. And while Mirror Watch doesn't have an effect on ranking these skins, I loved her design and hero kit in Mirror Watch. Making her a support hero, feeding into the idea that she is now a good guy in Overwatch was a very unique but solid move on Blizzard's end. The next skin I originally had lower in the list, but the more I looked at it, the more it grew on me. And Scorpion Baptiste, while he doesn't have a lot of good skins, this is definitely one of his best ones. When it comes to Scorpion design, man, they went all out with this. They gave him pointy scorpion edges in his armor and his mask, even his goggles, and especially his gun. I feel like the guns I haven't really been talking about a lot, but I love when the gun matches the skin. And here, well, I mean, all you gotta really do is add some more scorpion pointy edges. It's like, ow, ow, ow. Overall, the skin just really emphasized this evil scorpion-like nature, which is very hard with Baptiste because he's just such a kind, lovable guy. Originally, I thought this was a crossover between the Vishkar organization and Junkertown, but Symmetra Junker is just that, is just Symmetra if she was in Junkertown, which she oh my god, she looks so good. The hairstyle is what really draws me to this skin because it's just so crazy and different for Symmetra. They gave her 3 braids and a half ponytail in the back and then dyed it half magenta, half black, which just looks so sick. And then you have the same matching black and magenta makeup. But if you're gonna give someone a Junker skin, you gotta give them the iconic Junker armor. And in the case of Symmetra, she doesn't have a lot of armor to begin with, but they did just enough changing her shoulder pad to have the spiky Junker Omnic look, as if she just ripped it out of Zenyatta and put it on her shoulder. And the clothes are the revealing Junker look that we've all come to know and love. Overall, this is an underrated Symmetra skin because Symmetra already has so many great skins, but is one that if you are on the fence of when it comes to getting the battle pass, I would definitely suggest getting, because this is just such a good looking skin. Symmetra, she looks good, man. Well, let's put the better Junker skin next on the list, because this is gonna be none other than Genji's Junker skin, aka Octane. I'm so surprised that it took this long to give Genji a Junker skin, and here I think they did it perfectly. He doesn't really have that junk look that we come to find with like a Junker Queen or a Junkrat, where they just rip armor out of like a scrapyard and put it all over yourself. No, it actually looks pretty clean, with the exception of his goggles. This was something I just noticed, where there's a little crack in the goggles, but his armor's pretty clean, like quite literally. There's not a lot of dirt and dust, with a flamboyant color palette with orange and green and yellows all over the place. But then the iconic green hair returns returns from his young skin, which they don't do enough. They don't show off the beautiful flow with Genji, and they really need to. He looks like he can go really fast, looks like he has a stim pack, and he'll just go. But for everyone calling me a biased Hanzo hater, you can eat your words, because at the 11th spot, we have none other than Azure Flame Hanzo, an Overwatch Champion Series skin that, again, you might have missed because this has yet to get released. This is going to be a crowdfunded skin where if you buy this skin, a quarter of the profits are going to go to the prize pool of the Overwatch Champion Series. It's kind of similar to the Water Warrior Soldier skin that we got for the World Cup a couple of months back. I always love the esports skins that they released for previously the Overwatch League and now the Overwatch Champion Series, and this is no exception, but it looks way too similar to Sonic the Hedgehog with the gotta go fast hair and the glowing blue skin. I mean, look, it looks really sick. This is what I come to expect from a legendary skin, showing off his muscles and his titties and whatnot. Like, get rid of his shirt if you're gonna give a legendary skin to Hanzo so I can actually like it for once. But I'm curious to see what his dragons are gonna look like, because they don't play around with his dragons enough. Big paws, maybe have a similar hairstyle to Hanzo, but overall this is a great skin. I love the piercing yellow eyes. It really complements the blue hair. It really makes the eyes pop. Cracking into the top 10 is a skin that, alright, maybe it's because I'm a Red Dead fanboy, but I love Longhorn Cassie. I just love this skin. Surprisingly, they don't give Cassie enough cowboy skins. I mean, they have Mountain Man, which also reminds me of like Dutch in the mountains, but this one, Longhorn, he just looks like he's on the range, herding some cattle around, trying to milk some cows, trying to earn a living, and not trying to rob nobody no more. He's turned over a new leaf, went down a different path, and I love that for Cassie. Now, the one thing that I was kind of surprised to see is them get rid of his iconic serape. Here they have just a red handkerchief around his neck and a bandolier, which doesn't look like the bullets that he uses in his revolver. But they also gave the cowboy hat a pin up on the side, which they don't do enough, because that's an iconic cowboy look. I don't know why cowboys do that. Maybe to like aim their gun. Wait, it's this way that they aim their gun, and they don't want the flap to be in like the stock or whatever. But either way, this is a cool cowboy skin that I want them to do more with Cassie. I'll admit, this is not my favorite Ana skin, but I'd be hard pressed not to put Ana's Arch Commandant Amari skin. I had to look at my notes because it's such a long name. This is obviously part of the Mirror Watch event where Overwatch heroes become talent heroes, and here, because Ana is one of the leaders, I don't think she's the main leader. I think that goes to like Soldier 76 or Winston, but it's the clothes. I always say you can't go wrong with an all black skin, and here they murdered out Ana's uniform, black on black on black with red accent colors. Dude, Reaper, you gotta take some notes, because how is Ana a sniper grandma more drippy than you? But the thing I love most about this skin is the lore, because you might notice that Ana doesn't have her eye patch. She's not missing an eye because she didn't lose the 1v1 with Widowmaker, because this is in an alternate universe. And that attention to detail is just something that, again, is small, but it really goes to show that Overwatch loves their game and loves their lore. Maybe they don't love their lore that much enough to make PvE. Ooh, let's move on to number 8. Let's have Ana's lover coming in next on our list, which is gonna be Fallen Knight Reinhardt. And I love that name. Maybe it's because Reinhardt fell to the evil side and he's now a fallen knight to Talon, like Star Wars, the dark side. That was stupid. The skin itself, it's pretty simple, but dude, can't go wrong with an all black armor set with red accents with Reinhardt. Reinhardt's already a cool guy, but when you give him a Talon uniform, he's gonna be even cooler. And the mask is a nice little touch too. It actually kind of looks like Roadhog's mask. But whenever he shields, he has the Talon insignia right there front and center, which I always look forward to seeing what they're gonna do to Reinhardt's shield, at least with the emblem. And here, of course, you gotta have the Talon logo. Overall, it's a simple skin, but this is like what you come to expect with a Talon Reinhardt skin. Someone who's just here to command the fight, not be too flashy, get some business done. I don't know how Orisa was one of the worst heroes in Overwatch 1 to get skins, but she's had a complete glow up in Overwatch 2, and Retro Future is gonna solidify her to be one of the best heroes to get skins for in Overwatch 2. She looks like a toy robot that you'd play with from the 60s. Like, how can you not like this design? The antennas, the halos around the antennas, also like the paint job too. It just really takes you back to the day when the United States was in a space race with the USSR and there was nuke scares every single day. Such a glorious time, am I right, guys? But if the colors and design didn't convince you enough, there's also jiggle physics with the tail. You can spin Orisa's tail and it has jiggle physics. But that's not even the best part. Actually, that might be the best part. The second best part is the gun and the javelin, because the gun also looks like a rocket, but the javelin is just a rocket. You throw a rocket at your enemies. They don't know enough with the javelin because, well, to be honest, it's a new ability in Overwatch 2, so they can't do too much, but here they really fit it in with the skin, which is, again, something that I really appreciate with Overwatch 2 skins, is making the accessories fit with the skin. This is one of the few skins that I regret not getting, and this is Tracer's Operative Oxton skin. This is just a sick take of what Tracer would look like if she was in Talon, but I think the reason why this is kind of throwing me off is because she's showing her belly button, and I feel like in Talon, you can't be going around flashing skin. It's not like I have a problem with it, but I feel like Talon has a strict dress code, and if you're gonna be flashing your belly around, well, you can't really be in Talon. Maybe that was the reason why this skin threw me off. This is a really cool design with her hair, with the fade gradient effect with black and gray. Kind of looks like my old hair when I used to dye it gray. We, of course, have her whole entire uniform murdered out with the red accent colors with the stripes, and also the needles, which is something that we see typically with Moira, which I'm kind of surprised we didn't see an Overwatch look with Moira, but I love to see the more inspiration here with Talon. But the thing that really makes this an evil look is not the piercing red eyes, but it's the triangle translocator, because in Overwatch it's circular, but here it's a triangle. Cracking into the top 5 is a skin that has yet to be released, but it's gonna be one of his best, and this is Torbjorn's Prospector skin. It's just so adorable! Torbjorn, similar to like Zarya and even Overwatch 1 Orisa, was renowned for their terrible skins. Like Santa's a decent one, and also the Summer Splash skin is his best one by far, but Prospector, top 5 best Torbjorn skin. He's a little teeny miner, even with his hammer. It's a pickaxe! Like, how come it took this long to give him a pickaxe hammer? But that's not all with his accessories, because his turret is TNT. You know, like back in the old Red Dead Redemption days when he used TNT? It is that, but when you pull down the lever, and then his gun looks like a cannon too. The more that I look at the skin, the more that I notice, like, instead of his little jetpack antennas, it's shovels because he's digging for gold. And his hat too, so that it doesn't get caught in the dirt, is flipped up as well. Like, there's just so many cute accessories with his Torbjorn skin, and I'm so glad we finally have a good Torbjorn skin, because it's been years, bro. What can I say that hasn't already been said about Captain LaCroix, aka Widowmaker? I probably butchered their French name, but this is Widowmaker's Overwatch take on what her uniform would look like. And man, she looks so good, bro. You know, people love to complain about Kariko getting skins, but Widowmaker's got like 12 skins or something at this point. But hey, I ain't complain, because when you're giving her banger after banger after okay, maybe the recolor wasn't much of a banger, but this is an absolute banger. Once again, the lore is seen throughout this whole entire skin. Instead of her having her blue skin, she has white skin because she never killed her husband and turned evil, which is the reason why she has her blue skin, is because she turned cold-blooded. The other lore aspect that I love about the skin is her eye. In the canon universe, Widowmaker shoots Ana's eye out, but in this alternate Mirror Watch universe, she shoots Widowmaker's eye out, which is why she has 2 different eyes. And the other thing that I also love about this is that it's Mirror Watch, so Widowmaker's left eye is different, but in the canon universe, Ana's eye is on the right side because they mirror each other. Plus, the skin looks good too. You have a different spider logo on the back because, well, she's wearing a jacket. She's not able to show off her tattoo, but you still have the spider logo. You also have this black braid hair design. Just, I love this skin so much, man, so much. But I don't love it more than the top 3 best season 10 skins, and taking the number 3 spot is Hashimoto Kariko. Now, I'm laughing because, look, okay, I know throughout this whole entire video, I've been dogging on legendary skins and epic skins. Oh, you don't look like a legendary skin. This is a legendary skin, but it does not look like a legendary skin at all. This is an epic skin at best, because the only difference here is the mask on her head and maybe the hair design. Maybe. She's still wearing her classic design, her robe that's just black now with gold accent colors, and she has a wolf tattoo just like Hanzo or the Hashimoto clan. But again, besides, it's an epic skin, and they charge 1900 creds because they know simps like me are gonna buy it. And
boy, did I buy it.
But claiming the runner-up for the best skin in Season 10 is one that just came out earlier this week, and this is gonna be d.va's Porsche skin. Come on now, you can't deny that this is a cool collab skin. A lot of people are saying, why is Porsche collaborating with Overwatch? Why isn't Porsche collaborating with Overwatch? When we get 6 skins like this, making d.va look like a luxurious racer driving around a Porsche car instead of a Mac, man. But the reason why I absolutely adore this skin is the sound effects. Like, just take a listen.
어림도 없지. 우리가 사고 칠 준비된 사람.
I didn't mention this with the Fair skin, and I really should have, because she also got some really cool sound effects. But when playing with this skin, it's just so satisfying to fly with d.va, because it's just a smooth ride. And it's a placebo effect, I'm not gonna lie, but I feel like I go faster with this skin. I understand that's a very simple plain skin, but I wouldn't call it plain, but just more or less muted class, because Porsche is a very classy brand. They're not like Lamborghini, where they're gonna have flashy gold cars. No, they're gonna have white finish, they're gonna have muted grays, they're gonna have dull purples like what we see in d.va's jacket, which is something that I wish they would release with merchandise. The last thing I'll say about this skin is the gun. I mentioned this with the Fair skin, but we have the dash on the side of the gun, also a little keychain at the bottom of it. I wish they would have released the weapon chart, because well, you have so many opportunities with like keychains and the Porsche logo. Just release the Porsche logo as a weapon chart. But it doesn't beat out the #1 skin for Season 10, and I'm sure you saw this coming. This is gonna be Mercy's mythic skin, Vengeance. Oh, bro, you wack, you're only putting out the #1 spot because you're scared of Mercy mains. No! No, we all come to expect cutesy skins with Mercy, with like pink and sugar plum and bumblebee, but this is demonic. This is evil. Of course, you have the talent color palette with black, white, and red seen throughout, but it's the wings that really emphasize this evil look, because it's not this clean, angelic effect that we come to find with their classic skins, but rather this ruggedy, almost lava effect. Kind of reminds me of like Kylo Ren's lightsaber from the Star Wars series. But then we also have lore seen throughout this skin. Like the badge seen on her uniform is the Maximilian badge, which is obviously someone who's affiliated with Talon, and the colors that we can customize with this skin are affiliated with other factions. Obviously, we have the Talon organization, then we have the Overwatch organization with the blue, white, and black, but then we have the Null Sector organization with purple, brown, and white, which is something that a lot of people don't know about. But I feel like this was a great mythic skin for not only Mercy, but also for Season 10. But hot gamer boys and egos everywhere, that was my list of ranking all of the Season 10 skins. Again, let me know what your favorite Season 10 skin was, whether it was a Battle Pass skin, whether it was a shop skin, or maybe an Overwatch Champion Series skin with Hanzo and Venture. Let me know in the comments down below. But until the next time, I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. More Overwatch 2 videos to come, and bye.